60 seconds Reatomized. I've seen other people play this, mainly Queso. I want to try it out for myself. So what's the main one? This is the main mode, I think, right? Yeah, this is the full experience. So was it like easy? I'm gonna do a little bit faster. Do the middle one. Let's just see what I can do first off. I've seen enough. I just hope I know the controls. Is there a sprint or just mine? Oh, okay, we're just walking right now. Okay, so some time to look around before it starts. Is there a sprint? And no, I just go normally. I'm just grabbing shit now. Just having fun with this. Okay, let's see what we can do with this. I'll see what I can do with this. Yeah, I'm a complete noob, so I don't know like the best things, but I'll see. I don't know how much food. I think I got a couple. Okay, I'm getting some achievements. You probably can't see that, but I can see it. Okay. So everyone's safe. All of us made it into the shelter just a second before the blast. Yeah, that was a close one. As long as we're all together, we can make it work down here. We remember hearing canned soup is healthy for you. We vaguely remember stashing some things in the shelter because there was no room for them upstairs. Turns out being messy can really work in your favor. A checkerboard, okay? Good thing we grabbed that suitcase. What we found inside will definitely prove useful. Cards, okay. Our shelves are full of cans. We'll eat from cans, we'll sleep on cans, we'll even talk to the cans. Some of us already do. There's just barely enough water for everyone. You'll have to ration it strictly. This is the best stock shelter we've ever seen. We've never seen another one, but we're sure this is a good amount of supplies. Do with the rations. Day one, no one eat or drink because we have to save. Although this is a fairly good amount, the 4 waters and all that food, it should be fine for a while. It's difficult to keep our spirits up in this situation. We do hope this whole month will be over soon, or else we might end up in a place much worse than this cozy shelter. Okay. Ted has a beard already. That did not take long. Okay. It's easy to feel a bit down when living on the ground like this. No sunshine, no sky. We need to get rid of that pessimism and try to bring some cheerfulness into our lives. Ted seems to be doing alright, even though the world has gone to a crappy place. Mary Jane seems fine today. Hopefully it will stay that way. Today was relatively calm for Dolores. No news is good news. There's nothing new going on with Timmy. You're not hungry or thirsty. That is interesting. But good. Looks like the area is so radiated. Going to the race arena is unsafe unless you don't mind getting sick. I don't know. Don't have gas mask. I think we're fine for now. I'll wait. There's nothing more annoying than sounds, and that's all we're getting from our radio. No music, no talking, nothing. Is there anything we can do with the radio to make it work again? You sure no second won't work? How about we just don't? Just let it function. Let it function as it's supposed to. Okay? We're sure they're experiencing technical issues. Yes, that's it. Everything will be just fine. Where's water when 10 needs it? Water's what Mary Jean needs. So, water? So, they're thirsty, but they're not dehydrated. So, I think they're fine. Our neighborhood is still probably very active. No. Peculiar, it seems the whole shoulder has been shaking every couple of minutes, and it feels like it's getting stronger every time this happens. Here it comes again. And it's way worse. There's an earthquake. Hold on to something. The radio. That's all we have of those three anyway. I just realized we can't shower down here. We can't even shower down here. Earthquake or not, nothing is going to stand between us and our daily dose of radio static. We were able to grab it before we could fall down and get it smashed. Something else might be broken, but we won't know until we clean this place up. Feels like he's got a foot in the grave, needs to drink. Water now. Dehydration. Okay, yeah. Now y'all can drink a little bit. It goes a full bottle. Go to it's on safe. I think I'm about to send someone out. Let me prepare an expedition. We thought it'd be a great idea to have some role-playing fun and create our own shelter theater group. We called it the Thunderdome. We spent the rest of the day trying to write a script for our performance. We almost got into a fight over it and decided that maybe it would be best to play something simpler. Yeah, probably. We played Truth or Dare. When it turned out we only kept asking questions, the most common was, are we going to eat anything besides tomato soup? We decided that's enough games for now. Attention thirsty, they're no longer thirsty. Y'all need to eat, do you? Nah, you're good. You can survive like 3 weeks, I think, is without food. We're preparing for this expedition. It since yesterday. We'll send Timmy, because he's small and he can get through smaller spaces real good. And, should we send a suitcase with him? Why don't we send him with a suitcase and a map? Yeah, and a map. Let's send Timmy with the suitcase and a map. Good luck, Timmy. Timmy went out into the wasteland. We don't know what we'll do if he doesn't come back. Guess he's doing alright, even though the world has gone to shake up your place. He just didn't cause any trouble today. He had no trouble dared cross our path. Timmy was relatively calm for the Dolores. They all are still good. Wouldn't you know it, our dear Mary Jane keeps a diary. For some reason, she was hiding it in the scout book. We keep it in our shelter. We have no doubts what needs to be done right now. Each of us must be assigned a role, and the diary must be read aloud, right? No, yes. No, it doesn't have to be read aloud. We don't need to know what she writes in it. She has a right to her privacy. Mary Jane thanked us for respecting her privacy. She then ripped out and tore all the pages, set them on fire, summed on them, and fed them to a mutator right outside. But excessive, we all feel better now that it's been dealt with. We still wonder what she wrote about us, though. Where's water? Ted is hungry. Where's what Mary Jane needs? Dolores uneaten, so thirsty and hungry, that's fine. You don't need to eat right now. We always thought life could be much better. That was before we got nuked. Now I think life could be much better. In a way, not that much has changed. Is that a boomer lizard? Living in the past is not wise in our current situation. We need to think ahead of today and tomorrow. Today's hungry, he's going for in the grave. Okay, think they're about on the water. Yeah, dehydration, yeah. Oh, no, not food yet. You're just hungry right now. Can they survive another day without water? I'm not going to risk it right now. A group of doctors knocked on our door today. Purchase some supplies would help people refilling their first aid kits. Yeah, I guess. It's risky, but why not? I'll help them. Yes, for the license, but all the Dolphin claimed to let them another pair of trousers. We didn't dare ask if it was just one pair. We gave them the water ball and wished them a good journey and a better luck with trousers. Hope to eat something no longer thirsty. Mary Jane's no longer thirsty. Mary Jane's jumping. Better give them food today or else she's gonna kill herself. And now they're all starving, right? And no, Dolores? She's just hungry, so she could go through another day. We can keep sitting on our backsides here in this tiny little bunker, or we can start thinking about getting away as far as possible from this radioactive wasteland. Who would have thought the Reds would ruin such a lovely neighborhood? We could do it on our own. The escaping part, not the ruining part, of course. However, there might be someone out there who can help us. Let's keep our eyes and ears open. Yeah, let's listen. We knew it. The government has not fallen, and they're coming to save us. They didn't give us exact dates in the radio transmission, but we're sure they won't keep us waiting long. That said, they will be in touch in a couple of days and told us to wait any further instructions. Hungary has got any strength left, so now Dolores is starving. Hungry, that's fine. We're sure we looked through our supplies carefully, but Mary Jane spotted something all of us missed. A seed, a plant seed. We should plant it and see what happens. We need a bottle of water of that. Should we use it? No. Save the bottle of water. We need it for ourselves. Hopefully Timmy comes back. I don't know how many days it's been. There are plenty of better ways to use our water. Drinking comes to mind, so Mary Jane will have to think of another way to occupy herself. Susan Mary Jane took it harder than we thought. We were only invested to growing that plant. Okay. So Dolores wants. Hungry, thirsty. Y'all are fine. Every new smell attacks our noses in this little shelter instantly. There isn't much we can miss. So when a single brick fell out from the wall, revealing a tight opening, so we're immediately invaded by a terrible stench. We should probably check the hole. Yeah, let's check it. Timmy's back. And you don't look well. Yeah, he's sick. What did he bring back, though? Looked in the hole, fearing somebody come at us. The claws are weird, but sharper. Nothing happened. Instead, we found a dead rat who was trying to break into a can of tomato soup. He fell miserably. The Flynn would be luckier than him, so we confiscated it. We gave the rat a proper burial in an empty can. He deserved it that much. We got a can of food from that. We were so afraid for Timmy, but he came back from the wasteland and is safe with us now. He brought both back. We ran into airdrop crates during our expedition. Should probably be thankful to President Fonda for organizing drops for the survivors, provided he's still the one in charge. Getting a country nuked during your term doesn't sound like a good thing to put on your resume. A food drop, that's what we needed. What did they drop this time? Bread, cheese, meat, chocolate? No, tomato soup cans. Hooray. 2 more. Every responsible and respectable family needs a first aid kit. Well, we do have one. We were running short, so the opportunity to replenish them was something we needed, eagerly waiting. We just didn't expect a medical container to fall on another savage's head. That's pretty traumatic. We might need some drugs to cope with the memory. And last expedition, guys, thinking maybe we could just drive away from this number somehow. Of course, most automobiles available are clearly burned out, but if we found a solid base and salvage enough parts, perhaps we could build a vehicle of our own. We better keep an eye out for those future expeditions. So Timmy, yeah, he's sick. Should we heal him? Maybe wait a little bit. Dehydration, starvation. We need to send on an expedition ASAP. Yeah, we do that quickly because he didn't get any water. We need water. We get a phone call. Just want to go answer it. Timmy just went out. He should probably rest. So how about Ted goes answer the phone? Anything on the phone? When we answered the phone, we could barely hear a gasp of relief from the call. They introduced themselves as survivors from a nearby town of Hill Valley. We had started exchanging information when the call was cut short. Something must have gone wrong on their side. We hope will get back to us soon. Okay, so they probably need stuff, right? He's hungry. You're hungry. Starvation. Alright, that's fine. Mary Jane, go outside. Take the briefcase. Also, can I, like this aside for a moment? Yeah, I don't know if that actually means anything, but whatever. Mary Jane, take the briefcase and the map as well, just like Timmy. Good luck, Mary Jane. Send the kids first. You know, they're small. They can get through small areas and cracks and stuff. Mary Jane, you've been outside. Let's hope she hurries back soon. Will we have enough to survive before she gets back? Starvation, hungry, dehydration. We're almost out of water. Should he be healed? I'll wait. Timmy got back to the shelter from an expedition, looked fine, but it turned out he had hurt his head on a piece of rusty metal. Oh. Yeah, let's heal Timmy. I didn't know he was hurt. I thought he was just sick. Okay, he's better. Still tired, but yeah. And it still players with the obvious first condition back in shape. Okay. So we don't have any. We really have like no water left. Okay, you're fine. We were around this our book club discussion on the only book we've had. We found out it was a group of refugees who survived. We're doing much worse than us, but just revive them. We have plenty of food, right? Yeah, we got plenty of food. I can spare a can. But the water that we need desperately. Like, it's getting really bad. Visitors have problems finding enough words for gratitude in case for shares, while the house exchange, and they wish us all the best. It's a great feeling to be helping someone out. They left soon after to seek shelter in the ruins of our town. We hope they make it out there. Yeah. There's like no water left. Jeez, there's no water left. Yeah, that's the problem. I don't have water. We gotta hope Mary Jane comes back into. How about we put that radio to good use? So I'm on the air now. Yeah, I don't have water. Like, I don't know how much longer they can live without water. Dolores says she lived. Oh, you broke the radio. Well, damn it, something blew up inside the radio and enriched that thing caught fire. It doesn't work anymore. I don't have water. I don't have water. I just don't have water. A few hours of cleaning, we'll get used to it. Our ventilation expansion is halted, no fresh air. We have to fix it. Yeah, it's just the scout book. Dolores might be dead here. I got no water. I should have said expedition sooner. Rip. Rest in peace, Dolores. And Timmy is sick. Jesus. Yeah, that was awful. Used to have it research to vent, and it didn't seem like a fair idea. We figured it was full of pointers on how to fix things. It must have a chapter on nuclear shelter air filtration systems. Before we even checked, we were invaded by a group of angry mutant insects which flew out that cursed vent. Those things hurt like hell and scared Timmy with fever. Timmy was very weak. If he doesn't eat today, might end badly. If he just water, we could have. Dolores died of dehydration last night. Sorry, Dolores. I didn't have any water. Timmy, I don't have water either. Hopefully Mary Jane, because someone's at the door. I've been scared. I'll take the risk and open it. Mary Jane come back? She did. She's sick though. Everyone's sick. Water! We got water! Mary Jane got water. 100's a bit risky. Seems he gave us some awful sickness. A copy is driving us crazy. Nothing made us happier than the sight of Mary Jane returning to the shelter from the surface. South of an expedition to the nearby zoo we used to visit on weekends. We're happy to report there was a productive supply run, as well as an educational trip. We saw pterodactyl whales, chimpanzees, a Procopian, and small army of cat roaches and other majestic creatures that have emerged in them on the post-nuclear fauna. Between the East Asian and Australian sections, we found some cute pandaroos. Some had items stashed in their pouches, and they did seem to mind us borrowing a few things. We got bullets. Marine life section had collapsed, turning into a radioactive pond in the middle of the zoo filled with creatures like piranhaites and sea ponies. Sea horses exist though. In a half-desert aquarium and control room, we found an undamaged couple with some supplies. 2 waters. A friendly-looking couple lazily observed the sea life section from a distance, and instead we found the body of a zoo worker with some of its possessions. We got a gun! We ran away to the African section and admired an atomic pie. We're not sure if it's mutated or not. It already looked weird as hell before. We have a group with them and found something stashed. A medikit. The window shop the nearby parking lot for a vehicle that was completely burned out. Unfortunately, we found nothing of value. Okay. Okay. Tired, sick, dehydration. Timmy needs water badly. Need to prepare another expedition. Though, we do. Should Timmy go again? I don't know. Here's still radiated. I'm gonna wait a little bit. We know very little what's going on outside. Yeah, if y'all didn't break the radio. Y'all didn't break the radio. Okay. They say ignorance is bliss. Another day without any clue what's going on, it's not just they're gonna kill us. So we need to go on another expedition though. Dehydration, starvation, hungry and sick, okay? I'm gonna heal Timmy so we can go on another expedition. During the night, we heard some suspicious sounds coming from behind our door. When we peeked down in the dark, we saw a letter left the suitcase. It had no address or name on it. Should we open it? Yeah, let's open it. Why not? Did we get anything from it? Because we found some soup, but yuck, it expired a long time ago. Not going very well. So there's nothing in it, okay? So we're sick. Dehydration for Mary Jane. And Timmy just hungry. Timmy's going outside. What should he bring with him? Suitcase. The map as well. Good luck, Timmy. Wait, we don't know. What if he doesn't come back? Starvation. Just tired and sick. Okay. We serve a mysterious note today. Probably because we shared some supplies with other survivors. We have enough food. Yeah, we can give him that. We have enough. We can spare a can. The authors of the note turned out to be the twin siblings. Their mother and sister Gretas happily took to a small tent where they started handing out the supplies we brought to a small group of hungry survivors. Between them were people of all ages, including children, the elderly, and even a mime. The siblings shook our hands and proclaimed the beginning of a new friendship. They promised to contact us again soon. Okay. Thirsty, hungry. Okay, you're fine. A sleazy-looking trader carrying an equally scruffy bag on his shoulder pays a visit. He offers us a simple one-time deal. For just one can, we can get a bag of all its contents. Yeah, we'll make a deal. Let's spare can. A cat. Sherikov. As soon as the door closed behind the trader, the bag started violently shake. So she held herself every bed up against the walls. The beast finally escaped, turned out to be just an angry house cat. Okay. Dehydrated. Starving. Okay. Seems to be fond of her checkerboard. His favorite game is boredom. Just sounds like a floor and intense getting on her nerves. Returning. Should we let her to play? Yeah, let him play with the checkers. It's fine. Let him play with the checkers. It's fine. Sorry, let him play with the checkers. It's cool. As soon as we allowed him to play with the checkerboard, so it instantly got bored of it. It did sound tough, but for a whole afternoon, they'll leave me with no entertainment whatsoever. The selfish bastard. At least it didn't break anything. Okay. So, fatigued, dehydrated. We felt that we should do something about our interior decoration. The fungi showing was really off in our fallout shelter. While we were moving this around, we found a secret door was behind it. Yeah, let's arm ourselves with a rifle to protect ourselves. Oh, shot it. Did we get anything from it? No, it's on there now. What's the first thing to do when you open a door leading to a place you don't know? Open fire! Bam bam! Our bullets struck the wall and guess what? We hit a water pipe. We were able to fill a few water balls with all the water that trickled from the bullet holes. A few? Two is not a few, two is a couple. But so we got 2 waters, that's fantastic. Okay, your both are fine. When we heard a knock on the door this morning, we held our breath for fear in children's voices. We decided to open up. Trouble with a pair of Girl Scouts used to sell cookies. So they offer that for a bullet, or we don't have a harmonica. Bug spray? Nah, we're fine. Thanks, though, we're fine. Timmy's back. Did you bring anything? Oh, what the hell happened to your hair? I don't think he brought anything, did he? Well, it was very weird to walk around away from that day. They didn't have anything to just so we declined their offer, which is a nice day and left. So he's back. However, our local city halls were completely obliterated. The other half, however, looked promising, so we went to investigate the ruins. My instructor was a sweet old lady who loved music. The mayor let us keep her radio. Oh, we got a radio! Okay. We found the mayor sitting in his opposite the top floor. He had fully stocked for his AK on his desk. There's a bit of a health freak, and the AK just either done nothing for him. So we got a med kit, that's cool. He's still sick, okay. The Ted, starvation, Mary Jane, just sick and hungry, Timmy. Okay, I wanna heal Mary Jane so I can send her out. Joyful time to see a grief. Timmy's birthday today. Just like last year, we waited till last one to give him a present, but this time our options are limited. The Boy Scout kit. And he's sick again. You don't know if ever going to be a Boy Scout after the apocalypse. The Boy Scout have is a deadly strike killing weapon. Is capable of hands having fun. He was very pale. So he's diet. Yeah, okay. So dehydration, thirsty, starvation. Okay. Mary Jane. Take the briefcase. Do I have on the map too? Yeah, take the briefcase and the map, Mary Jane. Good luck. Let's hope she hurries back soon. Indeed. Dehydrated. Now you get food too. So we're running out of food slowly. Last Richard brought news of a vehicle parked down the street. It showed unique, but we never got close enough to get a look. We're almost certain it's not a bandit trap. But we should just someone check it out. Timmy, you go check it out. What was it? He came back. Shocking discovery, it was a dirty ice cream truck. It was a little crispy around the edges, and there was also missing wheels and some other crucial parts, but the seats were fairly comfortable. Wouldn't it be amazing to just drive away and leave this radioactive hell behind us? It seems to develop an allergy to our furry guest. He's been coughing and sneezing all night long. Should I give him some medication? I don't have medication! If son's becoming born like every other happy model, we don't have that many things to talk about. Is there anything we can do about that? Radio! Listen to the radio! Who's knocking on the door? Yeah. How unfortunate we took the radio with us. We probably listened to some music. They still have music out there, don't they? So, starvation. And that's it. Siblings are back. The group is growing bigger each passing day. They've been hungry. Another scout in the town looking for a good spot. We don't have that, I'm afraid. Mary Jane has the map. I'm afraid we don't have the map. Sorry, but we gave Mary Jane that. We had to share with them. We apologize and set them on their way. Yeah. Dehydration. Starvation. Okay. We're both trying to pet the little devil. We found a piece of paper on its car with an actor scribbled on it. If we don't still be around and worried, sick, chances are some of we can pay them a visit. At least whatever's left of them. Sure. So what resulted of that? For reaching the end of our street, we were stopped by two men wearing dark coats and stylish hats. He rushed toward the cat to pick him up, looking for him for a while now. Plus, a shortcut belongs to an old lady who's rather fond of him and misses this little guy dearly. We showed him back to our shelter. The cat seemed to care. Why should we? Good thing we didn't get too attached to it the last few days. To be dehydrated. Trading. The woman came up with the creature she claims of Caramel, provided. Oh. I'll trade the checkers, I think. The bullet we can use for the gun. Yeah, I want the radio still. So we'll offer up the checkers. Mary Jane's back! What'd you bring, Mary Jane? As soon as you go to the trader, she went on her way. She says that we should listen to the radio broadcast everyone to get out of that shelter. Others after Mary Jane came back. We found the Tesson Hotel in ruins, but there was plenty to look through. Pieces of furniture, suitcases, and other hotel supplies to scare all over the place. Now we know the secret of the restaurant chef. It's tomato soup. We're at a 5-star hotel. A can of soup. Everyone was stopped with the water bottles. For guests, a few that remained relatively untouched. One. And what was left of one of the two rooms, two figures were playing chess. So we got the checkers back. One was skeleton, one was the other man, so kind of metal armor. They gave us the crossboard, claiming they have the spare one. When we walked away, we discovered they gave us checkers instead of chess. What a sick joke. One of the luggage racks was filled with a variety of different flashlight models. Excited we tried them all. A flashlight, that's good though. All of it is mostly destroyed and barely anything could be found. And we had an axe. Very nice. Our food is still bad though, so Ted probably have to go next. Okay. It was an exciting day for Ted. All of a sudden, he found car keys in his back pocket. He had been sitting on them this whole time. Anyway, he got reminiscing about his fever automobile, and now he was worried about it being parked for too long. Ryan tells us it's the least of trouble at the moment, but Ted's really eager to go out and turn the engine over. Let him turn the engine over. It's fine. Let him. Who's knocking? Ooh. Where's Ted? He said he doesn't remember when he last parked the car. This could be a while. Hopefully he's back soon. Good news if the car still works, maybe we can get out there, drive somewhere safer. Tell the service, but hopefully he'll be back soon. Okay, so start. So we got starving. And alright. We have a different person with a physical mutation. Huh. Well, what do we have more of? Water. Okay. So wherever they go, people just shoot them away. Yeah. Okay. We'll give them water. We'll give them water. Like, is the cat back? You're back. Sure, Cobb. You're back. What are you doing? It's good to have some friends in this empty wasteland. I feel for a supply this small price to pay when it comes to the safety of your family. I'm surprised we found Sherkov back in our shelter this morning. I'm not exactly sure why or how it came back to us. Is it our good care it appreciates? Our kind heart's optimism? Or just our stockpile of soup cans? Only time will tell. Okay, it's getting better today. Dehydration. Timmy doesn't need anything right now. We have some ammunition, but now it's gone. We don't know how or when it must have voiced, but we need to find it soon. What do you mean? Oh my god. Okay, we lose our bullets. But whatever. I don't want to waste the flashlight on that. Keep the flashlight for something. It was too dark to find those tiny bullets without flashlight. If they aren't lost, technically they're still in the shelter, technically. Timmy needs both. And since Ted went on to look for his car, we're getting really worried now, especially since there have been loud thoughts of shadow from above. Maybe he's got into some trouble? Yeah, let's take a peek outside. Ted, you're back! You're looking sick, but you're back. Ted found something alright, but it wasn't in his car. He showed up at a barbecue party in our neighbor's burned down lawn. Had some faces of the small cut of partygoers, but they all looked a bit peculiar. Gas masks, goggles, spikes, and lots of leather everywhere. Was this a costume party? And we found Ted passed out in a ditch near a shelter. Smelling wrong with tomato and alcohol. Now I've got 2 more water. Nothing good though. Like, now we're low on water. Yeah, we need to go on another expedition. A loud cry, a surprise shriek, and a bit of debris falling from our ceiling. Truly a recipe for a good start to the day. It turns out Sherkov found a new toy, a bit of unconscious wire that ripped out of the wall. Both the cables are, but our lights are still on. It could be that important, right? Yeah, let's investigate the wire. What just happened? What just happened? Why did the door open? We grabbed the cable and followed into a rusty old truck parked to our neighbor's driveway. Upon opening the door, we were confronted with 2 men wearing huge headphones who looked extremely surprised to see us. They wiretapped our shelter when we were asleep and they were listening to everything we said. We gave them hell and marched back to our shelter. Okay. Okay, you're fine. You need food. You're fine. Which we sent out? Timmy? Yeah, I said Timmy on the expedition. Yeah, briefcase. And a map. Good luck, Timmy. So into wisdom, we don't know what we'll do if he doesn't come back. Okay. Regina keeps fading. We really need to find her something to drink. Okay. You need water as well. You also need water. I got you. Agents who respond us are at the door. I want to make something. Should we hear them out? Yeah, let's hear them out. Let's hear them out. They briefly waved some sort of ID cards in front of our faces and told us they were on a top secret government mission. The wire map wasn't to spy on us, but rather on the cat. It was suspected of being a Soviet agent. They were willing to let us into their super top secret government safe house, so we helped them with some of their top secret missions. Sure as they contact us again with more details. Alright? So, you're both fine. Food and Stillbanks have painted a visit, so we have a map of our town on the shelter. The group is becoming bigger every day. I'm sorry, I don't have a map. That's the 2nd time now they come here with the map and I send someone out with the map. You have to get back. What does that mean? Holy, look at that beard, Ted. What happened? Before we cannot be of help to them today, someone understood the situation and promised to come back from time to time. Fatigued, hungry, you're fine. We almost forgot about this one time we shared some water with a group of people dressed in lab coats. Out of the blue, they came back today and administered us some very healthy-looking shots. So they were real doctors after all, we think? So what does that mean? Is he still quite hungry? Okay. Starving. And you're fine. Stranger, oh, trading. Let's exchange that, but keep the flashlight on the cards. Good shit. Alright, making some smart trades. It states like it's Minecraft. Returning the man picked his tactics to where he departed. For living, he uttered something about man activity nearby and how dangerous the area is. Okay. Dehydration, starving. But to finish our dinner, if you can call it that, when we heard some knock on the door, it seems to be a trader who's very interested in ammunition. Picking up the checker, we don't have bullets we can get from checkers. Timmy! You came back! He brought... What'd you bring, Timmy? Water and food? Or some checkers and ammunition. The villagers were quite confused to try to explain what ammunition is. We pretended to understand nothing. Very amusing until you left with our checkerboard. Asshole. Timmy came back. Exploring the wasteland should begin in our own backyard. Our trip was a good choice. Plenty of both houses, a lot of neighbors we didn't like that could be robbed without hesitation. So I gave it a shot. Found a refrigerator in the middle of our neighbor's lawn, even with electricity. We just continued a few soup cans and sprays of Ralphadora. A can of food. It appears their Mr. Jenkins from down the road was brewing his own moonshine. We discovered a few bottles of labels that suggest a high percentage of alcohol. Bottled water. We found one of our neighbors picking up books. He claimed it was for one for titled How to Serve a Man. Apparently it's a cookbook. It was a scout book, right? Man gave us plenty of nearby ruins. Ammunition. Jesus Christ, Timmy. You're bringing a bunch of shit. I believe our expedition was a waste of much been followed by strangers. We should be more cautious next time. Okay, well, this will last for a few days, so they all can rest for now. Using a high-tech setup involving paper cups and yards or string, the agents rang with our next top-secret mission. They will surely land us with the VIP bunker very soon. They want us to go on one successful expedition and write down what we saw in the journal. Mary Jane, you go do it. Mary Jane should be hoped she hurries back soon. We graciously agreed to fulfill the request. They thanked us for doing our civic duty and promised to be back with more information soon. Okay. Timmy needs food. Timmy claimed he couldn't sleep last night due to Ted's loud, incessant snoring. Ted angrily retaliated by making quips about the size of Timmy's ears, which enraged Timmy even more. He searched for a solution. What could be done about this? Why use the suitcase? What is it? I don't know what this does. Hope it's nothing bad. Do they just fight? Did they just fight? Little Timmy squeezed almost perfectly into one of our suitcases. We dozed off. Whatever noises Ted might have been making, the sturdy suitcase proved almost soundproof, and Timmy finally got a good night's sleep. Despite sleeping relatively well, Timmy is a bit sore. Might have something to do with the suitcase's content Timmy slept on. A gas mask! That's great. Ted needs food. Timmy needs water. There's a small muddy pond in the park nearby. Too bad we forgot our fishing rod. Let's try to fish something out. Yeah, let's try the suitcase. Did we get anything from that? Suitcase was like waterproof, plus the polymer sank to high heaven. It was really green and pretty radioactive. I'm going to metal a little. So we got checkers while it's the suitcase. Okay. Dehydration. You're fine. Timmy was bored out of his mind. He won't leave Ted alone. First he wanted to play tag and now it's hide and seek, which are both terrible ideas for a small shelter like this. Ted's in the bad mood and just wants to be left alone, but Timmy's giving up. How about charades? Yeah, let's play charades. Mary Jane, you're back! From with the secret agents. You're not sick either. Well, the flashlight's broken though. Charades is serious business, but we never suspected the game to be this violent. Ted could not get into Timmy's comic book character names because he went to mime and gesture more and more wildly. It telling others not to keep things off the shelves before it finally gave up. The recon mission was risky business. We had to visit neighborhoods that were dicey even in the best of times. There was full of mutated cats and dogs fighting each other in gangs, and all of them armed to the teeth. We barely made it out of there alive, but the agency appreciate our efforts. Well, these missions are actually worth it. Our bucket is just about due for an upgrade, and we're expecting the government shelter to have an excellent bathroom, maybe even a hot tub. Okay. Vegeta hungry. You're fine, and you're fine. Good. All right. Do we need an expedition? I don't know. Wouldn't hurt. After days we spent down here, we're not exactly clean. We smell bad, real bad, didn't bother. We don't have soap. Bullets or the gas mask? Ammunition. I'm not sure how the bullets can help clean, but dirty or not, the smell is the biggest issue here. Do we deal with it? Well, we're getting some spare ammo. Why not use the gunpowder to the gunpowder. Okay. Okay, that makes sense now. Timmy was cured. Oh shit. Timmy's not sick anymore. Mary Jane is hurt, but that's a problem. You need food. But summertime, well, Mary Jane's hurt, so we don't send her. Send Timmy again. Actually, should we send Ted? Ted hasn't gone like once. Let's send Ted with. Let's send Ted with the gas mask. That's it, right? Good luck, Ted. Tell the servant, hope you'll be back soon. I'm sorry, Jane, we don't have anything to heal you right now. Hopefully, Ted can get a med kit. Somebody's have visited us today. They told us they're searching the town for a safe place that would do well in a possible camp. So far, the group has been living in a tent, but they're picking up more wastelanders every day, and still don't have enough space. They mentioned in the map, and they could be very helpful. Let's give them the map. Let's help them. Oh, they're actually taking it. No, they just used it. Okay, they didn't take it. Alright. We were happy to see them again. We quickly handed them over a map pointing on several locations that might be worth checking out. They left before it got dark to took a few hours of scouting in daylight, but they said they would definitely be back and get to share some news and friendly chat. Hopefully we'll find a good place, and we can visit them when the camp is ready. Sorry, Mary, I don't have any, okay, you need both. Timmy, you don't. How about the trip to Nevada we've been postponing for a while now? And we should go. That's the first time I have to get out of here. Sorry, Mary Jane, I don't have anything. I don't have anything, I'm sorry. I want to heal you, but I don't have anything. We can make it work even in Toronto. The question is, how do we find a boat to get there? I heard that's the best way to get to Europe. Agony. I'm sorry, Mary Jane. I don't have anything to heal you. Clearly, we're trustworthy after our last successful mission. The agents came back with another request. You're to generously provide either a couple soup cans or some water bottles for an agent in the field. They'll take care of delivery. In return, we'll be given an encouraging pat on the back and the promise of a better future. How much food have I got? Like, barely any? Should I risk it? I'll risk it. That's probably like no food, but I'll risk it anyway. Hope Ted can come back in time. Reach for the request. Okay. Hope we took us over that water for a while. Open in the name of freedom came a shout from outside that we weren't sure who claimed to represent freedom, but we could hear of a group of people, probably armed. Anyone who introduced themselves like that is probably planning to kill someone in the name of freedom. Should we open? No, don't open. Is Ted coming back? I hope so. We stayed silent until the group on the other side of the door went away. They didn't show up afterwards. We figured it was the wise thing to do. Let's see if they don't come back in greater numbers. Timmy is starving and dehydrated. We're almost out of food. Timmy knows his old telescope with a pile of rubble on the other side of the street. He's really excited about stargazing again. After all, the night sky is one of the very few things that still look about the same. After the bat, should we let Timmy? Yeah, let's let Timmy go stargazing. Ted! He came back! Ted! No food though. Oh, Mary Jane is gone. Timmy returned in the morning, tired but very happy. He says, "No spaceship flying by with the American flag on it." Sure, that can't be true. Time to grow up, Timmy. Ted is able to return with the mask. Okay, he gave 2 waters. Emergent injuries were enough to make her angry at us, or at least the fact that we decided not to do anything about them. We got out, we found out from claiming she deserves better than she had left for Canada because it's a much better public health care system. Sorry, Mary Jane. We didn't have anything. We still don't have food. We don't have food. We need to go on an expedition immediately. They were visited by a strange-looking little man who was a traitor. Okay, let's trade the axe for a health kit. Okay, we need food badly, so Tim needs to go out. What's your take can survive, though? Okay, Ted needs to food more. Timmy needs to go on the expedition with what, though? The gas mask? Yeah, with the gas mask. Hopefully he can come back in time with food, but I don't know if he will. This might be the end. Because I got no food left, so the only thing to take it to is just drink. Well, we need to help with the plunger turned out to be heavily knocking on the door. Someone either hates that door. Shall we open the door? Fucking answer. The aroma's dead anyway. Red and black. Oh! Hello, fellas. We were taken out of our home in the dark of the night and hastily transported to what agents call a presidential bunker. It's amazing. Sure, the walls are still shaded gray, but now we have a whopping 20 square feet more to walk around while we die of boredom. The extra bucket and newspaper supply is nothing to sneeze at either. All in all, it's definitely an upgrade. Life here will surely be worth all the trouble we went through. Finally, we can sit, relax, and let someone else empty the bucket for a change. There's not enough food to go around. Even Ted has nothing to eat. We're 59 days in our shelter. So Timmy survived. I don't know if he's gonna go with us. What's this? The end. Okay. What is this? Okay, just a truck then? Okay. I survived! Maybe. That was not intentional. I did not expect to win and actually live in the first one. I was probably incredibly lucky. I survived 59 days. There's a lot of water and a soup. Wow. Look at that. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. I wasn't expected to win right away. That's pretty awesome. That's an ending though. Wow. How did I get an ending right away? I don't know. It's pretty awesome. What is that? The ice cream truck is here on the menu. Look at that. That's pretty awesome. So that was first video on 60 Seconds Reatomized, and honestly, it's pretty fun. Honestly, I'll probably do more videos on it in the future, especially since the semester ended. Like my classes finished last week, so I have like tons of time for a while. So yeah, and this is fun. So I'll come back to it at some point. Hopefully not too long in the future.